Do you ever feel like the alien in the room? The deeper I drive into the desert, the more the world feels like another planet. I wasn't looking for spaceships. I was looking for something more grounded. Ancient stone, built on boulders. 800 years and still standing. I had a plan, a scenic byway, postcard views, and smooth sailing. But a wildfire in Colorado had other ideas. I ended up on a bone-rattling ranch road that shook a few screws loose in my rig and maybe a few in my head too.
15 miles. This is the road to Hovenweep. Love these wildflowers on either side of the road.
But that rough road turned out to be a teacher. It reminded me that when plans change, if I can just release my expectations, space opens up for something better, something profound. This is Hovenweep. The name itself feels like a sigh. In Paiute, it means deserted valley. But these canyons were anything but empty once. Towers rise from the stone, silent, watchful, holding stories no one fully remembers. I felt it the moment I arrived. History's still breathing here. Maybe the land knew where I needed to stand.
This is just the most remote, I think, maybe as remote as Chaco. Glad to be here.
The camping was amazing. It's one of 40 designated international dark sky parks in the U.S. It was just me, the desert wind, sounds of coyotes, and those stars. Before we head down, I want to mention how nice it is that the first part of this trail, the 300 yards or so from the visitor center to the canyon overlook, is paved and accessible. It's wheelchair friendly for a good stretch, so more people can get right up to that rim view of the ruins. From there, it turns to natural slick rock, dirt, and a bit of stairs, about 80 feet down and up. But that initial overlook lets everyone see these wonders up close, at least from a respectful distance.
To sit quietly and reflect. I love it. This is also called the Canyon of the Ancients.
Following the trail through Little Ruin Canyon, I noticed how these ancient structures feel like a part of this place. Built by the ancestral Puebloans around 1200 to 1300 AD, they created 6 little communities clustered around water in this high desert. What amazes me is their resilience, not just the buildings, but the people.
Going back up now on the opposite side of the canyon.
When the rains shifted and things dried out, they didn't vanish. They adapted, following the water across the 4 corners. Their descendants, today's Pueblo peoples, are still in the Southwest, carrying that knowledge forward in their communities.
Oh, look at this, guys.
Standing here among these towers, one uncomfortable truth keeps surfacing. We're the most documented era in history, yet we might leave the faintest trace. Our photos drift in the cloud. Our words live on servers. Our buildings stand, for now, but strip away the maintenance, and how long before they're gone? These folks at Hovenweep had no written records, no archives, yet they etched their story straight into the rimrock. Every stone placed with purpose, an architecture built for permanence in a world that constantly shifts. Walking these canyons, I can't help turning that question on myself. Am I leaving something fleeting, or am I building something real? A small kindness, a shared story, a connection that might outlast me? Hovenweep's a quiet mirror. It asks, when your time here ends, what stone of yours will still be standing? One of the largest and easiest to access sites of Hovenweep is the Square Tower Village. Estimates suggest it was home to as many as 400 to 500 people and many buildings. Evidence shows at least 30 kiva depressions as well. Square Tower sits at the canyon head, just downstream from a side canyon. None of the Hovenweep villages have been thoroughly excavated. Rubble obscures large areas, and archaeologists still don't have a clear picture of the layout of all the buildings. Right on the rim, rising straight from these big bedrock boulders, the twin towers stand out. 2 buildings containing 16 rooms, one oval, one horseshoe-shaped. The walls almost touch across a crack in the rock. They're built with such precise sandstone blocks that some original wooden lintels are still in place after 800 years. The craftsmen didn't fight the ledge. They leaned into it, using the natural contours. That's why these walls have lasted so long. And then there's Eroded Boulder House. I had to view this one from the canyon edge, but I would have loved to go inside. It's one of my favorites here. Talk about the original Earth ship. It's tucked directly under a massive sandstone slab that serves as the roof and back wall. An original ancient tiny house, complete with its own climate control. It's so clever, just working with what was already solid. Around a bend in the canyon and just above Square Tower, I came to Hovenweep Castle. Two big D-shaped towers perched right at the canyon head. Thick walls 2 or 3 courses deep, rooms and windows looking out over everything.
Here's the square and round again. Round side. Square side. This is built right on the edge.
It's hard to capture the scale in the video, and the buildings seem to shapeshift from different angles. When I was there, crews were doing some kind of seismic monitoring or testing around it, vibration checks to understand how the ground moves here and to help preserve these fragile walls. It struck me as this quiet reminder. Even now, we're still learning how to protect what they've left us in a place that's seismically active beneath all this stillness.
Oh, that's the vibration study. I noticed there was a solar panel.
Walking among all these different shapes, double thick walls in places for strength, everything integrated with the bedrock, it hit me. The ancients didn't waste energy trying to level the canyon. They adjusted their approach to what was already there. As a trainer, I preached work smarter, not harder. But I've spent a lot of my life fighting the uneven parts, trying to force a flat path just to feel safe. Hovenweep is a reminder that the only thing I can truly get a handle on is me. Real security isn't a forced path. It's trusting the solid ground that's already there, exactly as it is. Sometimes letting go leaves claw marks, but yielding to what I can't change is where the freedom is. I'm learning to step in rhythm with what's solid. So what did this old seeker take away from Hovenweep? That it's okay to feel like an alien on the journey. The detours and the unexpected roads are just teachers, guiding us in a new way. The destination matters, because there is a home of perfect belonging waiting at the end of this earthly path. But until then, the road is the teacher, the towers still stand, the land still speaks, and I'm still a work in progress.
It's beautiful out here.
Happy trails until the next unexpected turn.